Hello, I'm Callum Houston, and this is my Unchained Movie Review. This time I'm looking at Ice Cream Man from 2026, directed by Eli Roth. While I haven't seen all of his films, I've followed Eli Roth since his Hostel movie from 2005. The reason is because of his affiliation with Quentin Tarantino, who I'm a big fan of. Quentin had some involvement in the two Hostel films Eli directed. Eli is a horror movie director, and what I like about him is he loves to put gratuitous gore in his movies. He's kind of got an old school sensibility when it comes to gore. The movie is about an ice cream man working in a small American town one summer, and anyone who eats his ice cream turns into a crazed, demented zombie who has to kill. And of course, the kids of the town eat the ice cream, and thus you've got a town filled with all these killer kids who go on a wild, bloody killing rampage. It feels like we've stepped into a Stephen King novel from the 1980s. In the final part of the movie, we get some backstory as to who this evil ice cream man is and why he wants to wreak havoc on this town. He's an immigrant named Jonathan Smiley, getting revenge for being wrongly persecuted by a local lawyer years earlier. This flashback sequence is one of the best parts of the movie. It's got some really good horror imagery to it. As expected, this movie is extremely gory. We're now in the post-Evil Dead phase of cinema. The new Evil Dead movies have really pushed violence and gore in film to a new level. I mean, the degree of gore in these movies would never have been allowed in the old days. They wouldn't be able to release them, at least not in theaters, without getting the NC-17 rating. It makes me ask, what has happened to the ratings board? Anyway, there's a new standard now, and Eli's movie is fully aware of this new standard, the Evil Dead standard of splatter in cinema. Basically, the formula is a lot of killing, a lot of blood, and a lot of gore, and it has to be presented in a gleeful, joyous manner. Peter Jackson's Dead Alive from 1992 had a similar black comedy feel to it. You could call it splatter comedy. So what's my bottom line? This is a movie about children, starring children. In fact, it's a children's movie. The adults are secondary, mostly there just to be killed. Without the gore, I would have absolutely no interest in it. I don't watch children's movies. And for a children's movie, it is extremely violent and gruesome. Many of the kills looked extremely painful. They made me wince, such as when a teacher gets a brick dropped on her mouth. And, as is necessary in this new horror genre, there is a shitload of creativity involved in the various methods of killing. Like when the kids saw the top of a teacher's skull off and scoop his brains out and put them in an ice cream cone. I would describe it as subversive. You've got kids rising up and taking on and annihilating not just the school administration, but the police and the fire department as well. They defeat all the authorities easily. Also, I have to mention that the killing of kids, albeit possessed kids, and some of them do get murdered, I found to be kind of disturbing on a moral level. It's just not something anyone can ever do, even in a movie. Ultimately, I'll say, of the Eli Roth films I've seen, this is by far his slickest effort yet. It's a tour de force. And this really is his movie, in that he produced, directed, wrote, and plays the father of the star in the movie as well. This movie is good enough to be the beginning of a horror franchise a la Nightmare on Elm Street. I definitely see at least one sequel to this movie in the future. The best part is the conclusion. It's got an amazing downbeat twist conclusion. It is uncompromising and truly wicked, and I did not see it coming. So that's my Unchained movie review for this week. Ice Cream Man from 2026, directed by Eli Roth. I'm Callum Houston. Thank you for listening, and please check in again for future movie reviews.